Brooklyn's historic The Black Lady Theater is now taking bookings. Host your next birthday party, concert, networking event, baby or bridal shower, wedding, art show, gala, corporate event, live stage play, audition, and so much more. At the one and only The Black Lady Theater. Mention code GODCAST for 15% off your rental fee. Code good for the first-time customers only. Valid for a limited time. Call 718-771-0900 to book your event today.
Welcome back to You Know What I Mean Godcast. I'm Lord Jamal.
I'm Digga.
We got Team You Know What I Mean in the house. What up, y'all?
Yeah.
Our live studio audience in the house. Make some noise.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And of course, we have you at home.
That's right.
Okay, welcome back. Again, if you'd like to support this new black media, you know there's a lot of new black media out here. People like Tariq Nasheed and, you know what I mean, Sarnetta, brothers like that, Polite. This is new black media, like, you know what I mean? This is what they calling it, like, you know.
Okay.
And we're a part of that, you know. So if you'd like to support this new black media movement that's going on, you know, go to cash.me/$, you know what I mean, patreon.com/you know what I mean, or you know what I mean.com/support. We appreciate you. If you'd like to advertise with us, go to you know what I mean, godcast@gmail.com. Ha! Digga!
Yeah. You're looking fresh, by the way, bro. Got the ACGs on.
Thank you. Oh, you know, last week we
all
looked like
now we look
was
like
in the Bahamas.
Now we look like the actual temperature.
Yeah.
For one day
like
last
New
week
York
while we were
weather.
filming, it was 90 degrees. Just for that one day, I saw everybody clowning us.
Pulled our shorts out, all of that.
But do you remember I actually suggested, like, yo, we should just go to the beach. We should just
film there.
We should just like broadcast from the beach. It was so hot that day.
But
Y'all
then it
had no
ended up
idea.
raining later, and fortunately we didn't do nothing crazy
Right.
like that. We would have had the soggy can.
We could have cooked out in there. Oh yeah, then we was like, okay, the beach ain't realistic. How about we do the cookout from the rooftop?
Right, because we have a rooftop out here now that someday we might actually
We've been saying all
shoot something
summer,
from out there, but we gotta figure out the logistics. But I think it would be fly to do a little outside Godcast.
Wait till it's October to want to follow up going outside.
Also, if you want to see this show go on the road, there's nothing to stop y'all from, you know, hiring us to come to your city and do it there. You know what I mean? We're going to have to take the whole cruise, so, you know, be prepared.
That's right.
So, last week,
actually, while we were in the middle of filming, we got the word that the verdict in the Amber Geiger case had come in.
And I think we spoke about it briefly, yes.
Right. Or maybe the verdict was already in, but we were waiting to find out the actual sentence.
But no, and I think we did hear about the sentencing. I remember we said something about 10 years.
We were sitting here.
Right, so I think we just had heard 10 years.
Right.
And we conveyed it, but it wasn't really long enough to really.
We didn't really get to marinate.
Like, I think the fact that she was convicted, you know,
seemed like a win.
Seemed like a win in that very moment, but after sitting on it for a second, it's like, wait a minute.
10 years.
10 years. Who the hell gets 10 years for busting into somebody else's crib while they watching Netflix, eating ice cream, and you kill them in their own crib and only get 10 years?
Right.
Like, if that was the reverse, if that black man went into that white woman's home and did the same thing, do you think this man would have gotten 10 years? So absolutely not. So the time to process that, we didn't really have the time to process that as we do now, you know, because again, the fact that she was even found guilty at all, I think was kind of a surprise
to everybody.
You know, but now that we've had time to really analyze it, you know, let's unpack this thing. You know, because there's some patterns here. One of the patterns is this 10-year shit. You know, 10 years seems to be the max given to a white supremacist if they're forced to convict them. There's other cases where when certain police officers had to be convicted under, you know, circumstances like this where they, you know, did some racist shit and it was like no other choice, like, you know what I mean? Because they'll just straight up let them off type of shit. We've seen that time and time again. But it seems like 10 years is the max. Like, this lady should have got life. She should have got life. Or the death penalty. Or...
Well, I think in order for her to get the death penalty, they would have had to prove it was premeditated. I don't know if they were able.
Okay, well.
I don't know if they were able to establish they had a relationship, but clearly 10 years was.
Here's the thing: the prosecutor recommended 28 years. The prosecutor recommended 28 years, and somehow, you know, the jury comes back with 10. Now, some of their excuse for this is, and we're going to get into the family and all that in a second, when they heard testimony about Botham from his family, and they kept saying from his family, about how forgiving he was of a person and all that, we believed that this is the verdict that he would have wanted. That he would have forgiven this woman and not wanting to see her, you know, do such a lengthy amount of time. That was their excuse.
That's a crock of shit.
That's a crock of shit. Because if that's the case, well then why you convict her at all? If he's so forgiving, why you give her 10 years then?
I just think in America...
Because you felt she did something wrong.
In America, white women are perceived to be these, like, timid, docile creatures, and just her on the stand crying just moved everybody.
And especially with the blonde hair. Like, the blonde hair is a subliminal code, you know, that, oh, it's a symbol of white purity and, you know, all of that nonsense. And so she up there boo-hooing.
Because Remy Ma crying on the stand ain't mean shit.
Right.
So, you know.
Right. Remy Ma don't mean nothing. It's just, oh, that's just a whatever. She up there talking about she gave the brother a little bit of CPR. You know, when they questioned, did you give him CPR? A little bit. A little bit. Like, how do you give someone a little bit?
A little bit.
Why was it a little bit?
She kept stopping because she didn't know where she was.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
The prosecutor was so ill, though. He like, okay, but you're giving the address, so how did you keep forgetting? You just stated the address.
Like, you're full of shit. Yeah, he said, well, what happened when these people, when this came? Why didn't you continue doing it then? Because I was, you know, I was still processing all of this.
So it's bugging me out that, like, and even in the midst of that phone call, she's like, oh God, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna get fired for this. It's like, if you're the family, especially
did she say that? Because I didn't hear that. Really?
Like in the midst of her talking to the operator, she's like, oh my God, I'm gonna get fired for this.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're worried.
Like you're worried about, like, forget
Which would also put you in a state of mind to be ready to cover some shit
like, forget this man bleeding out. You got enough wherewithal to realize you did something wrong. You might lose your job, but you don't have, you know, but you're too incapacitated to realize where you are or to properly administer CPR. So when I'm listening to this call, and then I'm looking at this brother that's begging the judge to let him go hug her, it's like,
which leads us to the Coon Fest that ensued. See, that's not where the Coon Fest started. Now, I don't know if I think I might have mentioned it last week, but The Coon Fest started with the black bailiff going over there, stroking this woman's hair with a brush. She was literally brushing this woman's hair, fixing this murderer's hair so that she could look nice for the cameras. Like, when have you ever seen this? You know, a brother sitting there with his dreads falling down in front of his face. You think, come here, brother, let me come here and pull that back behind. You think that's gonna happen?
I've never seen a bailiff come make any contact with a...
Other than sit your ass down.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless they being unruly.
Unless they being unruly. Sit your ass down, or when they walk you up with the classic, you know, hand under the elbow.
Right, right.
And the police love to do that, right? Don't they love to grab a motherfucker right here? Like, get off of me. But anyway, so she's stroking her hair. That's Coon Fest number 1.
There's that.
Now here comes Coon number 2. Judge.
The judge.
Can I hug her? Please. Like, again, when have you ever seen a white family who family member was killed by a black person go up there and beg to hug the killer? Just a few years ago, right here in Brooklyn, New York, there was a famous case of a white jogger, okay, who was jogging out there in, I don't know, by Bensonhurst, some fucking where out there, and Sheepshead Bay, maybe, around there. And she got attacked, murdered. They brought in a guy who looks mentally...
You're talking about the one where the father was the one that discovered her, right?
Yes, the father discovered her.
We discussed that.
Okay, and there was a mistrial at first, and they fucking went back because they were so mad that this guy was not convicted. There was no forgiving and all of that. And they made sure that they got somebody for that murder. And I don't believe that this guy even was the one that did that.
He didn't.
He don't even look like he was physically strong enough to do that to her. But anyway,
yeah, he definitely.
There was no. Once his conviction came, you know, there was just tears of joy from that family that this nigger who killed their daughter was going to jail. It was, can I hug him? None of that. None of that.
Well,
nobody, and his hair was looking nappy.
I want to, you know,
Pete, nobody brushed it. Nobody offered him a wave cap the first. Nothing, digger.
Nothing.
I'm saying.
I do want to say this. I try not to judge people, or I try not to like rush to judgment in how people grieve, because I see people say like, oh, you know, they didn't even cry at the funeral and this, that, and the third. And, you know, for me, I'm not always gauging how much you love the person or miss the person based on how much you're crying over them. So I do, you know, if that means anything, I tried not to judge him.
I don't think he was crying over his brother. He was crying for this white woman.
No, I understand, but
his heart was bleeding.
No, I understand.
He saw her hurting.
But what I'm saying is, like, people, you know,
and he wanted to console her.
People's grieving processes are different, and you know, some stuff might look out of whack, you know, to people. I just try not to, you know.
Okay. All right, we're going to give him a pass because he's crazy because he's grieving. That's what you're trying to say. Let's move on now to the final coon, the queen of coonery in this whole thing, which is the judge. What's her excuse? What's her goddamn excuse for her coming down now?
I'm not making an excuse.
Hugging the woman that she just convicted. Again, when's the last time you've seen a judge a white judge hug any of us after conviction, oh, it'll be all right, brother. And by the way, you know, here's some passages. Here's a Bible for you, first of all. Second of all, here's some passages I want you to read, okay? I want you to go to Leviticus 18, okay? So you don't do no craziness while you're in there. She don't even know what Leviticus is in there. Check it later. You're going to be like, God damn you, Jamar.
I know Leviticus.
Yeah, so she's giving Bibles, you know. She probably gave away her family Bible. She don't give a fuck. That thing was passed down for generations from slavery. She said, here, good white woman, I want you to have this Bible.
It writes your name.
Yeah. But there's so many names. It says, I don't care. You just take this Bible. I want you to have it because you're a good white woman. And I want you to read these specific passages while you're in there. Now, you know by giving her 10 years, she could conceivably get out in maybe 3.
Right, I know.
Like, just because she got sentenced to 10 years don't mean she's going to do 10 years. Mm-hmm. With good behavior and all of that and good, keep her hair blonde and good old white privilege, oh yeah. She could be out in a nice 3 years. Which is why
she can
the
go
sentence she got. So I'm sorry, what was the excuse for the judge? I didn't hear you.
I'm not making an excuse for the judge.
Okay.
I'm not making an excuse for anybody.
Oh, well, a little bit you did for.
I said I don't judge people's grieving process.
Right.
That's not an excuse. That's just something I don't do, which is judge people's grieving.
I hear, but I don't feel like he was grieving at that moment when he asked.
I mean, he looked crazy, but I'm saying, all I'm saying is I'm not gonna put a name on the crazy.
I don't feel like he was grieving.
He lost a brother.
I feel like, you know, he just, you know, his heart really went out to that woman, you know.
Are they West Indian or are they Haitian? Is it?
I think so, because Botham doesn't sound like an American name, and
maybe
whenever
Haitian.
there's a Jean or Jean, that, you know, that's definitely a Haitian thing. Does that mean any different? Does that make a difference?
No, the reason why I asked is because I find that the foreign relationship with black, you know, I feel like foreign black people's view or perception of white people is different from like African American or ADOS. Like I feel like they come to America and that's like a goal to be like white people, or that's their standard of like success, or, you know, in this country. And it just, I don't know, it's just something that
well, they ain't never gonna attain it.
It's just something that I mean, I'm speaking just from like personal knowledge. Like I have a West Indian friend. I have a couple of foreign friends, or, you know, that are not from here, and just their view of their blackness in America is different from mine. To say, and I know one of them voted for Trump. Actually, they both voted for Trump. one Jamaican, one Guyanese. Yeah, they voted for Trump, and yeah, I don't think they realize that they niggas. Put it like that. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm wondering if.
Gonna get pulled over by the police. And they'll find out. Well, listen, you know, my thing is, you know, just keep it equal for everybody. Like, it's not even like I'm trying to have a worse punishment, you know, for the white blonde woman. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying the shit needs to be equal. If you're going to give that man 28, if the prosecutor recommended 28 years and he was a black guy, he would have got 28 years.
Absolutely.
I don't care what the family said about this and that, blah,
he might have got death.
Oh, he's so forgiving. That man, what exactly?
He might have got death busting in the house.
And what's so crazy?
While she's sitting there watching Lifetime.
And what's so crazy is he might have really not knowing where he was at. Like, because I don't believe this bitch, first of all. I don't believe this bitch. You're supposed to be a police. That's part of your job, is to be very observant of things and to have a good eye for detail.
Well, she was
How
sexting.
the fuck you don't know what?
She was in the middle of sexting.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was
Now,
sexting my
has that
partner.
ever happened to you? Have you ever, like, accidentally went to
At a hotel?
a...
At a hotel, I got off at the wrong floor and went to the wrong door and quickly realized I was at the wrong door when my door didn't open.
Right. Like you.
How'd she get in there? How'd she get in there?
I think that's...
The what was broken? Why has he got broken door latches? You can't fix the brother door latch in a luxury apartment?
So he didn't, okay, so at no point in time he didn't open the door? He didn't answer the door?
No. So.
I think it's a deadlock. Nah, you know the deadlock doors? You know how your door automatically locks?
Right.
I think it's deadlock was the norm.
Right, so she might have was just able to open it.
Okay.
So first of all, there was a red mat either in front of her door or not in front of his door. Either one, like either she had a red mat or he had a red mat. When she got there, either the red mat was there or it wasn't there. Like, so this is
that
one of the indicators that you're not at your door, dummy. You know what I mean?
And indicator number 2, once the door opened, you should have been able to see
the
like,
decor
the TV
and all of
not
that
in the right place.
Crazy. Why everything with police, it always mean they gotta shoot you? Like every single thing, like they always make an excuse about that. You know what I'm saying?
Like they can't tase.
Like, oh shit, I was scared, I shot him.
Let's just say if he wasn't her crib, like your first thing is always, it be that
right.
with everything. Yo, he reached for his pocket, I gotta shoot him.
Right,
Yo,
he's about, why wasn't it, you hold him, what are you doing here?
Put your hands up, freeze.
Put your hands,
you know what I'm saying?
What happened to that?
The train was supposed to retreat, that's probably why she got it.
Oh my God.
The train said retreat.
Right. Which is what she should have, yes. If she walked in there and thought somebody was in there, she should have pulled out her joint and backed up.
She was supposed to back
and got on the phone.
Back up.
All of that.
Such and such.
All of that.
Back up.
Yo, I think somebody's in my crib. Hold up. This is the 5th floor, not the 4th floor. What am I doing? Never mind, I fucked up. You know what I mean? Like.
Also, like Tragedy said last week, he's eating ice cream. Like, you know, it's not even like he's in a position where he looks like he's about to attack. He's sitting there eating ice cream.
Or
so that
like
gives you a minute to think.
With a TV under his arm, you know, and you're like.
Right. He's not in.
You see what I'm saying? You're eating ice cream.
Like he's
who would have broke in, and now I'm eating ice cream. And even if I did do that, obviously I'm crazy.
Man.
But I'm not so crazy where I'm attacking you. Like I'm sitting here with my shoes off, eating ice cream, watching TV. Like, who does that? That's robbing a crib. Unless you super crazy, and in that case, you know, I might be butt-ass naked eating ice cream. You know what I mean?
I mean, we have actually children in the audience. I was gonna say something. I'm like, he probably was sitting there getting extra comfortable with himself. I'm like, how do you say that in front of children?
It is band parts.
So choking his chicken.
Dipped in some ice cream.
In the ice cream. Not in the ice cream.
Chilled balls, shall I say?
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is just, none of this sounds threatening. None of this sounds like he should have been shot.
Yeah, nothing warranted. Just pull out the gun and shoot.
Even if you thought this was your crib. Even if you thought this was your crib, but you know what? These bastards have a bloodlust to kill a black man. Like I'm telling you, a lot of them cannot wait. Oh
well, you saw the Hollywood exec a few weeks ago. Oh, I hate niggers. If there wasn't a law, I'd kill every one of you.
Oh, it was a Hollywood exec? That's who that was?
Yeah, she's
oh wow!
Yeah, some kind of makeup, special effects.
Really?
Yeah, really prominent in Hollywood.
Yeah, like a high-ranking exec. Yeah.
This is, are we surprised though? Are we really surprised?
And,
like,
you know, how you feel?
This look bad too with him trying to hug the lady and everything, cause now they gonna be like, yo, they don't even care if we kill him. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about it. They just forgiving us and all.
Right.
Like,
it seems like we're always the forgiving, turn the other cheek.
But nobody want to forgive us.
You know, but we don't get that same sympathy.
When the 2 cops got shot in Brooklyn, and I don't condone that, but the arrest went down. You get what I'm saying? If we not doing nothing, I'm not saying we just gotta start shooting police, but come on, like, we just gonna keep getting shot and not doing nothing?
Yeah.
Interesting you say that. Now, the show hasn't aired yet, but something I noticed during the BET Awards, there's a new series starting on BET called Cop Watch. So it's going to start highlighting, you know, all of the wrong, like, I guess people are, you know, going to be watching cops.
Well, first of all, that's very popular on the internet. Like, me and my brother watch shit like that all the time.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's people out there that go to places and show how the police try to violate you. Like, they might go to like a post office or something like that and start filming.
So it's just
now,
filming.
Now they'll have a sign outside that says it's legal to film in the post office. Okay, and like I was talking about, there is no expectation of privacy when you're in public. So these start filming people from the post office. You can't film in here. Why not? It says I can film. They call the police on them. It'd be all this kind of nonsense. But these people know their rights and all of that, and so they start filming the police. And basically, it's this whole, you know, it's a lot of different interactions where they're schooling the police on the law, basically, and common people. You know what I mean? You go into a place, don't film me. Well, there's a bunch of cameras in here right now. How come you're not mad at these cameras, but when I pull out a camera, you're mad? You know what I mean? Like, we living in a crazy world right now, but I'm pretty sure that's what's that based on, because there's a lot of different people that do that around the country.
Okay. Well, now it's actually coming to BET.
I actually was trying to get one of those guys up here, but they stopped putting out some of their videos. You can't find them right now, but yeah.
Okay, I need to check that out. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I guess is this the closest to the Black Panthers as we about to get? I mean, I'll take it, but.
Well, listen, we're about to take a break, but when we come back, I'm gonna bring.
Ho.
What?
We have to discuss the witness that got murdered.
Oh.
Joshua Brown.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Wow.
Key witness in the trial.
Key witness.
That not too long after the verdict was rendered, he was murdered.
Now, it looked very suspicious. Okay, our immediate thoughts was that the police did this. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, supposedly they come out and supposedly it was a drug deal gone wrong.
Right.
Which sounds suspicious to me.
Sounds suspicious.
Sounds like something that we're trying to now cover up something.
Or we always, in most black cases, we always have to demonize the victim.
Right. Basically, and I think that's kind of what's happened here.
Rest in peace to that
And
brother.
now we can just wrap that up and tie it in a bow. Rest in peace to him. Listen, we need to investigate this. Let's not let this go. Let's not take this story on face value.
With the black cop announcing, yeah, we found the suspects.
Right, yeah, oh, it's a black cop. 30 seconds. Listen, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get to some nation-building discussion. We got the guy, Born Mastermind. We're going to come talk about forming a tribal government. That's right. The science of forming a tribal government when we come back. You know what I mean, Godcast?